Lake discovered under the Gulf of Mexico. For sure, deep diving down the ocean is very relaxing and enchanting. Viewing nature's creation under the ocean is something that we can't get enough of. You will never know how and when nature will surprise you. Sea creatures, plants, and mysterious objects underneath the water are the exciting subjects that nature has already surprised us with. Today, we bring you an unbelievably realistic phenomenon that will make you wonder how. A trip under the ocean is a fantastic journey. Many elements inside the sea can mesmerize you. What if you come across something that you never expected? Discoveries are never expected. But what if you see something beyond your imagination that blows your mind? Something like a lake under the sea. Yes, another water body inside a water body. This is shockingly surprising, but it's real. It's under the Gulf of Mexico. You might be questioning, how is it even possible? How did the lake appear under the Gulf of Mexico? What separates lake water from seawater? Is the lake found under the Gulf of Mexico the same as the lake found on the land? Is the undersea lake real? Is it safe for humans? Does any sea creature live there? Well, these are questions that many of the viewers might be questioning. We will address all your curiosities in this video. Be with us till the end. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So, let's start with the very beginning. How and when was it discovered? Lake under the Gulf of Mexico was discovered by a group of divers who had never thought to view what seems impossible to happen. Anatoly Belashchin and his group were the first to discover this phenomenon in 2015. Actually, Anatoly is a professional photographer who has an interest in diving. He and his crew dived into the Gulf of Mexico to take pictures but ended up making the historic discovery. They discovered a lake 180 feet below the surface. And the interesting fact about this is the water in the lake is completely different from the sea's water. Though it flows on the surface of the seabed, the water that this lake holds is not the same as the surrounding seawater. How is that even possible? Lake that flows inside the sea doesn't have the same water that of the sea? That's quite surprising. The water of the lake is fresh and saltier. There is a thick layer of hydrogen sulfide that doesn't allow the water above the surface to mix with the water of the lake, and is a reason for the variation in water quality. Despite this, it holds very similar features to the lake found on the land. Not in terms of water quality, but in terms of view that you get to see once you cross the hydrogen sulfide layer. There is a bank on both sides of the lake with dead branches of trees. It seems like a small valley can be established by the bank. And the exciting feature of this lake is it has waves. Just like any other water body, this water body also shares a similar feature. Doesn't this sound amazing? This site is so realistic that it will make you feel like you are looking at a night vision of a lake. Do you want to visit this site? Isn't it wonderful to dive into the water to look at the lake? But wait, pause your imagination. Before you imagine any further, here is a fact that can disappoint you. Actually, this is not a vacation site. Not even all divers have permission to visit this site. Only advanced scuba divers are allowed to look at this unusual phenomenon. Because it is at an intense depth, there is barely light. The water of the lake and the water above the lake is separated by the layer of hydrogen sulfide. And while passing through 30 meters of hydrogen sulfide, divers won't be able to see much, making the passing process much more difficult. And if the divers try to breathe into the hydrogen sulfide, it can take their life. Surviving hydrogen sulfide and making it to the lake where there is no oxygen requires some extremely good diving skills. So, it's very obvious that not everybody is granted permission. Though this site is not open to the public, there are few underwater sites that are open for visitors. You can go dive into the Cancun Underwater Museum in Mexico. It is a beautiful museum with statues.
Back to our topic. So, how does this lake exist on the seabed? The Gulf of Mexico was very shallow millions of years ago. When the shallow water evaporated, it left layers of salt, and the leftover salt got buried under the layers of sediment. Over the period of time, they got buried deeper and deeper. Eventually, the sediment got heavy, creating a lot of pressure which led layers of sediments to crack, allowing the salt to escape. As a result, creating a lake 5 times saltier than the seawater. This lake within the sea has methane and hydrogen sulfide that doesn't mix with the surrounding ocean.
Does any creature live in the lake? Actually, no. There is no life in the lake. This water is so toxic that all sea creatures that enter the lake die. A high concentration of methane and hydrogen sulfide in the lake doesn't mix with the water above, making seawater safe for the marine and lake water extremely toxic. Divers have found dead bodies of crabs on the bank of the lake. It is expected that some kind of bacteria is behind the death. How come only mussels are able to survive the toxic water? Here on the land, sunlight plays a vital role in the ecosystem. But deep down there in the sea, sunlight can't reach. And just like us, they need some kind of nutrient to survive. And they get it from the bacteria. They are capable of converting chemicals found in the lake into energy. And this is how they survive in toxic water.
This is it, guys. This is what we have for you guys today. If you enjoyed watching, like and share the video and subscribe to our channel for more updates.